Now we've got him 9th. Base Singer is 10th. Bengal Bold 11th. And Chuck's Boss Boy is running 12th at the far turn. Full Color Flight leads by 3 parts of a length. High Jiminy second by 3 parts of a length. Job 1 is 3rd. Ding Dong moves up 4th. Son of Diplomat 5th. Now we've got him 6th. Command Speller 7th. On the Money Red 8th. Base Singer 9th. Bengal Bowl 10th. Breakdancer 11th. And Chuck's Boss Boy is 12th, turning for home. Full Color Flight opens up a 3-length advantage. Job 1 is 2nd. Son of Diplomat 3rd. High Jiminy on the rail 4th. Ding Dong is 5th. Command Speller 6th. And Base Singer coming on 7th, passing the 16th pole. Full Color Flight all alone.
Does the United States government give 7-Elevens to all foreigners coming into the United States or what?
Quick impression, downtown Newark.
Went to the house at a senior prom, went to pick up the girl. Father said, Millarini, take it on my daughter farm, you don't touch her. You hear me? You don't touch her. Well, then you gotta do it.
Tickets available at the Tropicana box office and at all Ticketron locations.
They've escaped. Uncaged for the first time, the primates at the Philadelphia Zoo are going wild. It's the world of primates, where you can join the animals in discovering their beautiful island homes and come face to face with John. Laugh with the lemurs and gibbons as they swing through the treetops and get to know Wilbur, a drill with a mind of his own. It's like no zoo exhibit you've ever seen. Come, let the world of primates bring out the animal in you.
And looking ahead to 1987, we're very proud here at Thoroughbred Sports and ESPN to announce an arrangement with the New York Racing Association that'll take us to all 3 of the New York tracks. And it's going to be an outstanding year next year. 1987 will be at Aqueduct, Belmont, and at the Travers. The Marlboro Cup is recognized as the most important commercially sponsored Grade 1 invitational stakes race in the world. And it has the history to back that up. Its list of participants includes 9 Horse of the Year honorees, 25 divisional champions, 7 Kentucky Derby winners, 5 Preakness victors, and 7 Belmont champions. It was a race destined to be special from the start. Marlboro Cup founder Jack Landry of the Philip Morris Company.
Well, the concept I had in 1973, the year of Secretariat, when he was a 3-year-old, when I approached the New York Racing Association, the thought that I had in mind, the concept for the race, was to bring together the best horses in America, and about the middle of September was the best time because that's when you can get the 3-year-olds, they're mature enough to run up against the older horses, and it's worked out that way. We have had one of the greatest races in America ever since that initial race in 1973.
1973, the first Marlboro Cup, and it starred the great Secretariat as part of a field of 5 champions from the U.S. and Canada. Secretariat turned in a world record performance to take the first cup. The 4th Marlboro Cup featured 2-time Horse of the Year Forgo, spotting the 1976 field 18 to 28 pounds. With a race record high weight of 137, he was 6th entering the stretch, 8 lengths back of Honest Pleasure. It was one of racing's all-time greatest finishes.
Forgo gains ground on the far outside, a furlong to the finish. Honest Pleasure has the lead. On the outside, here comes Forgo. Father Hogan toward the rail. It's Honest Pleasure. Forgo on the outside. Forgo on the outside, and Honest Pleasure. Here's the finish. Too tight to call.
Marlboro Cup 6 showcased the first and only meeting in history of 2 Triple Crown winners. Seattle Slew, the 1977 Triple winner, leads wire to wire to beat the 78 Triple Crown champion Affirm. 6 years later, Seattle Slew's son, Slew of Gold, would become the first and only horse to sweep the New York Fall Championship, holding off Cartanaskra to win the 1984 Marlboro. In 13 short years, the race has become a classic in the tradition of the champion that inspired this event, the first Marlboro Cup winner, Secretariat.
Slew of Gold won the Fall Championship Series here at Belmont Park, and in doing so won a $1 million bonus. Now, this year, only one horse has a chance to get that extra million bonus. It's Precisionist, who took the first leg of the series with the Woodward. Now, he's a bit of a penalty, though, because he carries 127 pounds. Let's take a look at all of the horses in the field and their weight assignments. 127, the top weight for Precisionist. 123 for Turkelman Ruart. 119, Enswell. 114, Magambo. 113. Forgo carried 137 to victory. Proud Birdie, a 41 to one-shot, carried 113 as the lightest weight ever to come to the winner's circle. Yesterday, Charlesy was here in the paddock with a bit of an insight over these weighty issues.
Today's Marlboro Cup is a handicap, which means the weights have been assigned by the racing secretary in a manner which will theoretically bring the entire field together at the wire in a dead heat. The better the horse's record, the more weight he must carry. And Precisionist has been honored with top weight today of 127 pounds. But his jockey, George Velasquez, weighs approximately 110 pounds. So the difference must be made up in lead weight, which is carried in this pad underneath the saddle. Sheets of lead slip into these pockets to make up the full weight assignment. The saddle and lead pad are prepared before the race in the jockey's room, and each rider is weighed and checked by the clerk of scales. Valets then carry the tack to the paddock, where they assist the trainer in saddling the horse. The lead pad is placed over a protective pad, then covered by the number cloth, and topped, of course, by the saddle. Everything is held securely in place by an elastic overgirth. Very important, because if the lead pad slips and is lost during the race, which has happened, the horse will be disqualified. Each rider must weigh in after the race carrying the exact same weight, with the exception of rainy days. And if a rider is covered in mud, he is then allowed a few pounds grace.
The famous picture of Bill Shoemaker back in 1976 when he had to lug 137 pounds back after winning on Forgo. Some of the folks in the paddock there, as they're taking a look at their favorite, here's one of the jockeys weighing in. And I tell you, I haven't weighed that much since I was about 6 years old. We'll be back with more of the Marlboro Cup, the Stars, when we return.
Give me a light. Go! Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Thank you.
Because everything else is just a light.
There's one day each year when the world's best horses come to one place. They come to run in 7 championship races. Breeders' Cup Day, the day of champions.
Hall of Fame trainer Jack Vanberg on horse nutrition and winning.
We've used calf manna by ManaPro for a long time now. We use it at our farm, on the babies, on the brood mares, and